Today, we're diving into the thrilling world of the top 10 most brilliant criminal masterminds in history. Number 10. Al Capone. Alright, let's dive into the murky waters of the Prohibition era with the kingpin of crime, Al Capone. Picture the smoky speakeasies, the clink of whiskey glasses, and the jazz music humming in the backdrop of 1920s Chicago. In this world of shadows and moonshine, Capone was the puppet master. His fingers dipped in every illicit pie, from bootlegged liquor in hidden basements to the clandestine gambling dens where fortunes were made and lost in a night. He was a real-life villain from a noir film, feared for his ruthless tactics and his empire that cast a dark shadow over the city. But here's the twist. His empire crumbled not under a hail of bullets, but with the stroke of a pen by the taxman. Irony at its finest, right? Capone, the untouchable mobster, finally got cornered with tax evasion and was sent away for 11 years. It's like something straight out of a Hollywood script, but even they couldn't write a fall from grace this dramatic. Number 9. The Berlin Jewelry Heist Twins. Step into the shadowy world of the Berlin Jewelry Heist of 2009, where intrigue and mystery rival any cinematic caper. In the dead of night, two twins, as elusive as specters, orchestrated an audacious heist. Their target? A treasure trove of glittering jewels worth a staggering 6 million euros. These masterminds danced through a labyrinth of high-tech security, leaving behind nothing but a solitary glove. A tantalizing clue that only deepened the enigma. Here's where it gets mind-boggling. These identical twins, mirroring each other's DNA, became the perfect criminal enigma. The law was at a standstill, unable to differentiate one from the other. Like characters from a twisted fairy tale, they slipped through the fingers of justice, leaving authorities grappling in the dark. The spoils of their cunning heist vanished into thin air, as if spirited away by some malevolent force. To this day, these twins loom large in the annals of criminal legend, their heist a testament to the art of the perfect crime. In the dimly lit underworld of Berlin, their story whispers like a ghost, leaving us all wondering, where did the 6 million euros disappear to, and just how did they pull it off? Number 8. D.B. Cooper. Now here's a tale that'll have you scratching your head. 1971, a regular flight turns into a Hollywood-style thriller. Enter D.B. Cooper, the enigmatic skyjacker. This guy boards a plane, cool as a cucumber, and next thing you know, he's handing a note to the flight attendant, he's got a bomb, and he's not afraid to use it. His demand? A casual $200,000 and a couple of parachutes. Fast forward a bit, and Cooper's got his cash and parachutes. But hold on to your hats, because here's where it gets wild. In a daring mid-flight escape, Cooper leaps out of the plane, vanishing into the night. Despite one of the biggest manhunts in FBI history, our man Cooper is like a ghost. A bit of the cash popped up along a riverbank, but Cooper? Nowhere to be found. Did he survive his daring leap? Is he sipping cocktails on a beach somewhere? We might never know. Number 7. Gerald Blanchard. Have you ever heard about Gerald Blanchard, the Canadian modern-day Houdini? This guy took thievery to new heights, literally. Blanchard's most audacious heist? He skydives onto the roof of the Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna. Yeah, you heard that right, skydiving. But wait, it gets wilder. He snatches a priceless royal star, leaving behind a cheap souvenir shop replica. Nobody noticed for weeks. Talk about a master of disguise and deception. But, like all great capers, the law caught up with him. Yet, Blanchard's story takes a twist. After his capture, instead of rotting in a cell, he flips the script. Now, he's on the right side of the law, using his unique skills as a security consultant. From a skydiving bandit to a crime-preventing guru, Blanchard's life is something straight out of a movie, don't you think? Number 6. Victor Lustig. Step right up and meet Victor Lustig, the debonair charlatan who pulled off the unthinkable, selling Paris's iconic Eiffel Tower. Not just once, mind you, but twice. This suave Czech-born swindler, with a twinkle in his eye and a sly grin, waltzed through the glittering halls of Europe, spinning tales as dazzling as the chandeliers above. He had this so-called money-printing machine, a contraption straight out of a fantasy, promising endless riches. Oh, how the high and mighty fell for it. But like a grand illusion in a magician's act, his world of deception and grandeur eventually crumbled. Our illustrious Count, once the puppeteer of grand scams, ended his days in the cold, unyielding grasp of prison walls, a stark contrast to the lavish lifestyle he once orchestrated. His story, a dramatic arc from opulent ballrooms to a lonely prison cell, is a vivid tapestry of ambition, cunning, and the inevitable fall from grace. Quite the tale, isn't it? Just goes to show, even the grandest of schemes can come tumbling down. Number 5. The Pink Panthers. Ever heard about the Pink Panthers? No, not the movie, but the real deal. A group of international jewel thieves who make Ocean's 11 look like child's play. These guys are the creme de la creme of the criminal world, pulling off heists that'll make your jaw drop. We're talking over $500 million in shiny, glittery loot. From Europe to Asia, and even down under in Australia, they've been swiping diamonds and leaving detectives scratching their heads. What's their secret? Beats me, but they're like the Houdinis of the heist world. They slip in, grab the goods, and poof, gone without a trace. It's like a game of cat and mouse, and let me tell you, these cats are always a whisker ahead. Makes you wonder, what's their next grand escapade? Stay tuned, because with the Pink Panthers, you never know what glittering prize they've got their eyes on next. Number 4. Leonardo NotarBartolo. So, have you ever heard of the Antwerp diamond heist? It's straight out of a Hollywood script. Leonardo NotarBartolo was the mastermind of this epic caper, known as the Heist of the Century. 2003, Antwerp, the world's diamond capital. NotarBartolo and his squad, like modern-day Ocean's 11, pulled off a daring robbery. They snagged diamonds, cash, and jewelry. We're talking a cool $100 million. While NotarBartolo ended up in the clink, most of that dazzling loot vanished. Poof, gone. It's like they say, diamonds are forever. But sometimes their whereabouts, not so much. This heist wasn't just a crime, it was a mystery. A real head-scratcher. Where did all those sparkly gems go? We may never know. Makes you think, right? What would you do with $100 million in diamonds? Keep them under your pillow? Just kidding. Don't try this at home, folks. Number 3. Ted Kaschinski. Now here's a story that's straight out of a Hollywood thriller, but oh, it's real. Ted Kaschinski, or as you might know him, the Unabomber, literally had America on edge from 78 to 95. Picture this guy, a math whiz turned mad bomber, living in the wilds of Montana, crafting bombs from scratch. Talk about DIY gone wrong, right? His one-man war against tech and society wasn't just about making a statement. It was personal. He left behind a trail of chaos, bombs in mailboxes, universities, you name it. And guess what? Catching him was like finding a needle in a haystack. The FBI called it their most challenging manhunt ever. But plot twist. His own brother tipped off the feds. I mean, can you imagine? Family dinner conversations must have been awkward after that. When they finally nabbed him, it was the end of a reign of terror that's still talked about today. Wild stuff, huh? Number 2. The Banko Central Burglars. Let's rewind to 2005 and drop into Brazil, where a gang of burglars cooked up something straight out of a Hollywood script. These guys were playing it big. Their target? A cool $70 million from the Banko Central. How'd they do it? They set up a landscaping business, but hey, no ordinary lawn mowing here. This was all a genius cover for the heist of the century. These masterminds tunneled their way right into the bank's vault. Talk about digging deep for your fortune, right? But wait, the plot thickens. After bagging the loot, things took a dark twist. The gang got entangled in a web of kidnappings and murders. Bet they didn't see that coming. Makes you wonder, with all that money at stake, can you ever trust your fellow thieves? Just goes to show, sometimes the real drama starts after the heist. Number 1. Frank Abagnale. Leading the pack is none other than Frank Abagnale Jr., the legendary scam artist who zigzagged his way through life, leaving us all in awe. Remember, Catch Me If You Can? Yep, that's him. Kicking off his dubious career at the tender age of 16, this guy was a master of disguise. An airline pilot one day, a doctor the next, and even moonlighting as a lawyer. Talk about a career-hopping spree. But hey, every roller coaster has its end, right? After law enforcement finally played catch-up, Frank took a U-turn. He swapped his deceptive tricks for legit skills, teaming up with the FBI. Now he's the go-to guru for dodging financial frauds. Who said you can't turn a new leaf? This guy's story is nothing short of a Hollywood script, and it teaches us one heck of a lesson. there's always a chance for a do-over, even for the slickest tricksters out there. That wraps up our list of the 10 most brilliant criminals in history. Agree, disagree, or have other criminal masterminds to share? Drop a comment and let us know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating tales like these.